A single secret can change everything. One look held too long. One truth spoken too late. In a world where every whisper travels faster than the wind. Love is no longer safe, and neither is the heart that dares to feel. Asterisk, the season begins not with joy, but with watchful silence. London's grand halls glow with candlelight, yet behind every smile hides a question. Society gathers once more, dressed in beauty and tradition, pretending that everything is as it should be. But beneath the silk gowns and polite bows, tension waits. Everyone is watching, everyone is listening, and everyone knows that this season will not end quietly. In this world, reputation is everything. A single rumor can lift someone high or destroy them forever. Every step taken in public must be careful, every word chosen with fear. Families smile for the crowd, but behind closed doors. Worries grow, mothers plan futures, fathers protect names, and young hearts feel the heavy weight of expectation pressing down on them. At the center of it all stands a woman caught between who she is and who society wants her to be. She has spent years standing on the edge, unseen and heard, learning more by listening than by speaking. But this time, the rules are changing. Her silence is no longer safe. Her thoughts are no longer hidden. And the world she understands so well is beginning to turn against her. The music at the ball plays softly, but her heart beats louder. Every glance feels loaded with meaning. Every polite laugh feels like a test. She knows that one wrong move could expose more than she is ready to share, yet there is also something new, something dangerous hope. Hope that love might finally choose her. Hope that she could step forward instead of standing back. But hope has a price, because in this society, love is never simple. It is watched, judged, and shaped by rules written long before she had a choice. To follow her heart means risking everything she has worked to protect. To stay silent means losing the one thing she has waited for all her life. As the night continues, whispers begin to rise. Small at first, almost harmless, but whispers grow. And soon, the calm that once protected everyone begins to crack. The season has only just begun. And already, the storm is coming. Love does not arrive loudly in this world. It comes quietly through shared looks and unsaid words. It grows in moments stolen between crowds, in pauses that last a second too long. But in a society that sees everything, even the smallest feeling can become dangerous. Here, love is not private. It is observed, measured, and judged before it is ever understood. She feels it first in the way the room seems to change when he enters. The air feels heavier, warmer, harder to breathe. Their eyes meet only for a moment, yet that moment carries everything they are afraid to say. There is comfort there, but also fear, because feelings like these are never simple. And they never stay hidden for long. He stands torn between duty and desire. Every step he takes toward her feels right, yet wrong at the same time. The rules of society pull him one way, while his heart pulls him another. He has been taught to lead, to protect his name, to do what is expected, but none of those lessons prepared him for this feeling, this quiet pull that refuses to be ignored. Around them, the world continues to smile. Dances go on, conversations flow, but every movement feels watched. Every choice feels heavier. One touch could start a rumor. One smile could raise questions. They must be careful. Even when all they want is to be honest. In this world, love must hide behind manners and silence. She knows what is at stake. She has spent her life understanding how easily people can be pushed aside. She has seen how quickly admiration can turn into judgment. And still, her heart betrays her. It hopes, it believes, it dreams of a future where love is chosen, not decided by others. But secrets have a way of slipping through cracks, a look noticed by the wrong person, a moment remembered by someone who should not have seen it. The more their feelings grow, the harder it becomes to keep them safe. Love begins to feel like a risk she is not sure she can afford. That as the days pass, tension builds between them. Words remain polite, but emotions grow louder. What is left unsaid becomes heavier than anything spoken. They stand so close, yet worlds apart, trapped by rules neither of them created. And deep down, they both know the truth is love cannot stay hidden forever. Secrets are meant to stay hidden, but they have a life of their own. They grow in silence, waiting for the right moment to escape in this world. Secrets are not just personal, they are powerful. And once they begin to surface, they change everything they touch. The quiet corners that once felt safe no longer offer comfort. Every hallway feels longer. Every pausing conversation feels loaded. She senses it before she sees it, the shift in how people look at her, the way smiles linger a second too long. Something is changing, and it is no longer in her control. The truth she has guarded so carefully now feels fragile. It lives in letters folded away, in thoughts never shared aloud. What once felt like protection now feels like a trap. If the truth is revealed, it could destroy her place in society. But if it remains hidden, it could destroy her heart. Either way, she stands to lose something precious. He feels the pressure too. The weight of unspoken words follows him everywhere. He wants to shield her, to step forward and take the blame if needed. But doing so would mean facing a world that does not forgive easily. His loyalty is tested, not by enemies, but by love itself. And love, he is learning, demands bravery. Around them, the whispers grow louder. What was once rumor begins to sound like truth. Eyes follow their movements. Conversations stop when they enter a room. Trust becomes uncertain, even among those who once felt safe. In this society, silence is often seen as guilt. She begins to question everyone, friends, family, even herself. Did she wait too long? Did she trust the wrong people? Every choice she has made now stands under judgment. And the hardest truth of all is realizing that no matter what she does next, there will be consequences. The tension reaches a breaking point. A moment is coming, one that cannot be delayed or avoided. A choice will be forced. Speak the truth and face the fallout, or remain silent and let others decide her fate. There is no perfect path forward, only the courage to take the next step. Every season leads to a moment where waiting is no longer possible. The music fades, the crowd blurs, and all that remains is a choice that cannot be undone. In this world, standing still is the same as surrender. And she knows that whatever she does next will shape the rest of her life. She stands alone, surrounded by faces yet feeling unseen. The weight of every expectation presses down on her chest. For years, she has followed the rules, stayed quiet, and accepted her place. That silence has cost her too much. It has hidden her truth, dimmed her voice, and taught the world to overlook her. Now, she must decide if she will continue to be who others expect or finally become who she truly is. He watches her from across the room, knowing what this moment means. He has his own choice to make. To step forward is to challenge everything he has been taught. To stay back is to lose her forever. His heart races, not with fear, but with clarity. Some things are worth risking: a name, a title, even a future planned by others. The room feels tense, as if everyone senses that something is about to change. Whispers stop, eyes lock in place. One step forward feels louder than any announcement. One honest word feels stronger than all the lies that came before it. This is no longer about society. It is about truth. She lifts her head, steady at last. Whatever comes next, she will face it openly. The fear remains, but it no longer controls her. Love has taught her courage. Pain has taught her strength. And for the first time, she chooses herself. Because love, when it is real, does not hide. Forever, it demands to be seen. And when the truth finally stands in the light, nothing can stop what comes next. When the truth is finally spoken, it does not bring peace right away. It brings silence, a heavy, uncomfortable silence where everyone must face what they have heard. In that pause, the world feels different. The rules that once felt unbreakable suddenly seem fragile, and nothing can return to the way it was before. Reactions come quickly after. Some faces show shock, others hide judgment behind polite calm. A few reveal understanding, though they dare not say it aloud. Society does not like surprises, especially when they challenge tradition. And yet, the truth has a power that cannot be undone. It lingers in the air, forcing everyone to adjust. She feels exposed, but also free. For the first time, she is no longer carrying the weight alone. The fear that once ruled her has lost its grip. Whatever happens next, it will happen. Honestly, there is strength in that, even when the future feels uncertain. Even when the cost is still unknown, he steps closer, not to shield her, but to stand beside her. That choice speaks louder than any promise in a world that values appearance over feeling. Standing together becomes an act of quiet rebellion. Love does not need grand speeches. Sometimes presence is enough. But society never rests. Consequences begin to take shape, invitations change, alliances shift, doors once open may close. While unexpected paths appear, the season moves forward, reshaping lives in ways no one predicted. Every character must now decide where they stand on the side of comfort or the side of truth. As night falls over the city, the story is far from finished. New tensions rise, old wounds reopen. Love is tested not by secrecy, but by reality. What survives next will be stronger, or it will break completely. Because after the truth is revealed, there is only one question left to answer. Who will stay when the world is no longer pretending? Asterisk, after everything is revealed, the world does not rush forward, it pauses. Society watches closely, waiting to see who will fall, who will rise, and who will quietly disappear. This is the moment after the storm, when the damage becomes clear and the future begins to take shape. She feels the shift in small ways first, a conversation that stops when she enters a room, a look that carries curiosity instead of dismissal. Some doors close without explanation, but others open in unexpected ways. For the first time, she realizes that her place in this world does not have to be borrowed from someone else. It can be claimed. He faces his own reckoning. Standing by her has changed how others see him. Some question his judgment, others respect his courage. What once felt like certainty now feels like possibility. The life planned for him no longer fits the man he is becoming. And strangely, that feels right. Around them, the season continues. New romances bloom, old rivalries return. The same grand halls host the same elegant dances. But something beneath the surface has shifted. The rules still exist, but they no longer feel absolute. Someone dared to challenge them and survived. Love now stands in the open, no longer hidden behind polite distance or careful silence. It is tested not by gossip, but by reality, by patience, by trust, by the choice to stay even when staying is difficult. This kind of love is quieter, but stronger. It does not ask for approval. It simply exists. As the final gatherings approach, one truth becomes clear. The season was never just about marriage or reputation. It was about voice, about choice, about stepping out of the shadows and refusing to be invisible any longer. The city glows once more under soft lights and evening skies. And while society believes it has seen everything, it has not seen what comes next. Because some stories do not end with a scandal. They begin with freedom. And this season will be remembered. Asterisk, every season must end. But not every ending feels like closure. Some endings feel like a door opening. As the final nights unfold, the world of society settles into a new rhythm, changed, reshaped, and quietly unsettled by what has come to pass. She no longer walks with hesitation. Where there was once doubt, there is now purpose. She has learned that being seen is not the same as being understood, and that understanding begins when one stops hiding. Her voice, once lost in the noise of others, now carries weight, not because society granted it power, but because she claimed it for herself. He walks beside her, not as a shield, but as a partner. Their bond is no longer built on stolen moments or careful distance. It is built on truth, tested by pressure, and strength, and by choice. Together, they face a world that may never fully accept them but no longer controls them around them. Society moves on, as it always does. New stories rise, new secrets form. The whispers never truly stop, but something important has changed. Someone proved that the rules can bend, that love does not always lose, and that courage, once shown, leaves a mark that cannot be erased. The final dance begins. The music swells, faces turn toward the light, pretending nothing has shifted. But beneath the polished smiles, everyone feels it's a quiet understanding that this season rewrote more than expectations. It rewrote fate. As the lights fade and the night draws to a close, one truth remains clear. This was never just a love story. It was a story about becoming visible, about choosing truth over comfort, about stepping forward when the world expects silence. The season ends, but the story continues. Because in this world, the most powerful thing of all is a woman who refuses to be unseen.